classmates!
When you think of summer, what is one of the first things you think of? I bet it's a nice, lovely beach with a warm breeze.
Well, most of our beaches and oceans are at risk. More than 8 million tons of plastic is entering our oceans every single year. To all life in and surrounding the oceans, this is like a never-ending hurricane, destroying homes and killing animals. As many of you know, the oceans cover over 97% of our planet. As these oceans begin to become destroyed, so will everything else. One day, people will not be able to swim in the ocean without a hazmat suit. That is a scary thought. No more diving into the beautiful and crisp water, tasting the salty air, and enjoying the peacefulness. Now, we all have heard of picking up trash and recycling. The problem is, even if everyone did recycle and pick up their trash, we would still need to clean what was already in the ocean. What if there is a way to do this while preventing pollution from getting into the ocean now?
The pollution accumulating in our oceans and our beaches is becoming a global crisis. The trash is eating away at our oceans. At this rate, plastics are estimated to outweigh all the fish in the sea by the year 2050. Newsflash, that's only 31 years away and will occur in most of our lives unless something changes and we find a solution. There must be a better way, right? How about a device to catch this pollution before it enters our oceans and rivers? This would prevent more pollution and regulate the pollution already in the ocean. We can preserve what we still have of the oceans and bring back what we have lost, such as the clean waters and the healthier animals.
Not very many people live by the beach, although I'm sure a lot of us wish we did. The truth is that many people living miles away from the beach or any water source do not realize that the little piece of trash they're throwing on the ground can make it to the ocean. When it does make it to the ocean, it ends up killing animals and releases chemicals into the water. This disrupts all life in and around the ocean. Imagine this. One fish eats a piece of trash. That fish gets eaten by an even bigger fish, and it continues to climb up the food chain. If it gets high enough in the chain, it could end up getting to us. And as we all know, consuming plastic is not something that we would like to be doing.
This topic has been brought up to the public's attention over the last decade. It has only gotten worse. This shows that either it's not brought to enough attention or the way it's being taught is ineffective. More people are recognizing the harmful effects of pollution, just not acting on it.
We recently watched a film showing how all the Great Barrier Reef is almost dead. We have all seen Nemo and know the oceans are full of much life. This life is being dramatically reduced. Also, the land around the oceans is getting harder to live in. With the public's understanding of their simple but harmful actions, we can create these devices to catch more trash before it even makes it into the oceans.
There are many organizations out there trying to prevent pollution in the ocean, but if the pollution rate's only growing, then what are they really doing? For example, Plastics Oceans is a company that has people donate money to eliminate the plastic bottles entering our oceans. They do this by making everyone sign a pledge to use only reusable water bottles, and when you donate money, it goes towards projects that help remove plastics from our oceans. But how do we know the relevancy and effectiveness of this? It is easy to break a pledge and it's easy to forget your reusable water bottle. These companies are not keeping donors educated and involved, leading to little or no change in our environment.
There are inventions to stop jellyfish and algae from getting into specific areas. These devices use safe fabrics and a floating buoy. They are easy to install and can be altered to catch plastics and pollution, rather than just jellyfish and algae. Our plan is to make these pollution catchers move on their own. The movement of the nets will gather more pollution and keep the focus on certain areas. They will be safe for aquatic life because there will be sensors on our devices releasing a signal to a worker to go out and release any trapped animal if that becomes a problem. This only refers to large animals though, because the fabric is thin enough for small animals to go through.
Waves of trash are washing up everywhere, but specifically in the Dominican Republic. People are dumping on average 90,000 tons of trash per year in the Ozma River. This river flows right to the oceans and beaches of the Dominican. Coastal countries like this one alone send 8 million tons of plastic trash to our oceans. These plastic trash are only the trash we know about.
Imagine all the other trash out there that is already in the ocean. Last month, a pilot whale died off the coast of Thailand because it was found with 80 plastic bags in its stomach. Fish are swimming trash cans.
More and more species are being found with an absurd amount of trash in their system. 59% of seabirds have had trash in their system, and every turtle species known has had trash found in their system.
Now this problem is not only ours and our beach animals too. What if plastic was secretly hidden in our grocery stores and found in our food? We would immediately stop and most likely charge whoever was responsible for it. This is exactly what our aquatic animals have to live with, except we're the ones held accountable.
Back to the nets. These revised nets will capture the plastics, and when enough has been brought in, the nets will return to where it was released. Then from here, someone can retrieve the plastic and properly dispose of it.
See, this is how we can get trash out of the oceans, but what about stopping it before it even gets there?
As discussed about before, most trash comes from rivers and coastal countries. The nets can be placed at a mouth of a river or any strong current known for having pollution. When stationed at these sources, the net will not move unless in the current. Since the trash will flow to the nets, the net will not have to move.
We can save our oceans and the future of our ecosystem. It's time to do so. These nets will become more and more important, as will the help from people like all of you. We control what happens, and if we get to continue to take beach vacations, the future of our oceans are in our hands.